Happy Devils Sunday. This is the Woo Report. The Woo Report. Episode 411. Titled No Need to Coddle Timo. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as everyone's filing in on a happy Sunday. Mark Schwab, hello. Ted, hello. Steve Engel, hello. An unscheduled Woo Report talking about Timo Meier. Yes. Steve Engel says, Sam doing a video because the Giants got lucky. No. Giants beating that Washington football team. I like that name better, to be honest with you. When you think about Commander, I think of the president's dog biting everybody. But, yeah, the Giants did win, but that's not why I am doing a podcast, because I got something on my mind about Timo Meier, Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes talking to James Nichols of New Jersey Hockey Now. James Nichols put out an article recently about Timo Meier and what Jack Hughes had to say, and I just had something to say about it here on the Woo Report. So I just think that when Timo Meier came to New Jersey via trade, there were high expectations of Timo Meier. Give me fuel, give me fire. Yes, fuel and fire. And when you think of fuel and fire, you think of the prototypical NHL power forward. And that's what Timo Meier wants to be. A bona fide power forward. An impactful power forward. All right? Now follow me. When I think of a power forward, I think of beefalytics. I think of someone's going to muck it up. Someone who is going to be a brute force game in, game out in front of the opposition's crease, causing chaos, havoc on the opposing goaltender, size, speed, some agility, soft hands, front of the net. That's what I think of a power forward. However, Jack Hughes, being the leader he has now become of your New Jersey Devils, yes, Jack Hughes ripping up the NHL right now. Hello, Michael Hay in the Facebook Live. Yes, that Jack Hughes, well, he's showing his leadership right now, and I've been very impressed with Jack Hughes, which I will talk about tomorrow's Woo Report. But this is Timo time. But Jack Hughes, is what James Nichols said, isn't coddling Meier after one strong game. It was tweeted out on at NJD Hockey Now. If he's benched a lot, meaning Timo Meier, that means he's not playing very well. Thank you, Captain Obvious. We brought him in here to be a big part of our team, says Jack. Friday night is the Timo Meier we hope to see more nights than not. And Jack Hughes started to really impress me of his leadership, being a more vocal leader on this team. In his exit interviews after the Devils got bounced from the playoffs, after the Carolina Hurricane series, Jack Hughes, I wouldn't say he was a savage, but he spoke his mind in those exit interviews, if you remember. Things that the Devils need to work on. Certain things that he wanted to get out. And now he's speaking up about Timo Meier, saying, look, this is one game that you played well in, both Marino and Meier getting the primary and secondary assists of the game-winning goal of Jack Hughes. They want to see more of that. And it's good that Jack Hughes has taken upon himself the leadership role at such a young age, but is the face, soon to be the face of the league. And move over Connor McDavid. I don't think we've seen the best of Jack Hughes. Again, that's having a record pace through 4 games. And what I mean by record is team record. Like, who's ever had a start like that in 4 games? Averaging over 2 points a game to start the season. But there is no need to coddle Timo Meier. He got big money. Nearly 8.88 AAV as a restricted free agent from Tom Fitzgerald. He's expected to perform. Now, I know Bill Spaulding put it out there. That, hey, he's a slow starter. I don't care if he's a slow starter, fast starter. That 8.88 or 8.7 AAV, millions of dollars a year for the next 8 years, that's not a prorated amount. You got to earn your pay. But also, you got to listen to one of the core pillars of this team, Jack Hughes, because Jack Hughes, without Jack Hughes, the Devils could easily be 0-4 right now. And Lindy Ruff knows it, which is why he's not letting anybody off the hook. And I'm sure the game against the Islanders, yes, that was a good victory in overtime, but you're not going to go 3-on-3 in the playoffs in overtime, unless, of course, there are a bunch of penalties on both sides. But that's besides the point. The brutal truth is, yes, Michael Descala, very good word. The brutal truth is Timo Meier signed this big contract. He's expected to perform like a power forward. Power forwards don't get coddled. Trust me, they do not get coddled. Maybe goalies, maybe prima donna Bobby Orr-esque like defensemen maybe, and forwards, but not power forwards. Do not coddle Timo Meier. I would expect no less than 35-plus goals a year from Timo Meier, but also a power forward that is a reckless freight train that cannot be stopped in front of the crease. That's what they're paying Timo Meier for. Brute force, bulldogging it in front of the net, doing whatever it takes. But the bad penalties, the lazy penalties, which is a little bit habitual, needs to stop. At least for one game, it was a better game, but Timo Meier is expected to improve. Timo Meier is expected to do big things in big moments for the New Jersey Devils. So I agree with Jack Hughes there. He was brought in to make things happen. And the benching, let's just hope no more messages from Lindy Ruff. It's either you get down, get dirty, and get in front of that crease and start causing chaos, or you can sit the bench. Again, sometimes it's a little unfair that we criticize Timo Meier. Remember Game 5 where he missed an open net, which could have been the game winner. Hindsight's 20/20. You can't play Monday morning quarterback there. But as far as coddling, nope. Timo Meier should be held accountable, and he was, just like John Marino with the benching against the Florida Panthers. But Tom Fitzgerald even alluded to that accountability at this stage, their patience have run out. You should be doing better. We are no longer in the rebuild. We are hunting other teams right now. We're feasting off of the 2 solid points that the Devils are capable of getting and earning each game. It's feast or famine right now. And right now, Timo Meier needs to perform, and that's just one game. And on Tuesday against Montreal, he has another chance to redeem him. And there's a super chat from Mark Schwab from Switzerland. Not 8.8, but never mind. His time will come. And he had a good game. No goal, but responded with 2 assists. Yes, 2 assists. You got to keep those bad penalties down. Too many bad penalties from Timo Meier. And thank you, Mark Schwab. Very, very loyal listener of this podcast, the Woo Report and the Let's Go Devils podcast. But yeah, you have to be better than this, Timo. You have to be a leader, a core pillar, because as soon as one of the core pillars collapses, the team goes down. But Jesper Bratt and Jack Hughes are holding their own. Nico Hischier, he's hurt. 0 points in 4 games. Dawson Mercer, the same thing. But that other pillar that was brought in, making that type of money, taking up real estate of what we call a salary cap. Timo Meier needs to do better, and he knows it. He would be the first to admit it because Timo Meier is holding himself accountable, which is you want in a leader and in a power forward. Let's see what Timo Meier does in the next 2 games against the Montreal Canadiens and the Washington Capitals back-to-back, 24th and 25th of this week. Timo Meier, I'm expecting big things. His response, adequate. Build on it. He's our power forward. Let's not do this, wait till November to start performing, Timo. Let's start doing it now. A full 60 minutes. A full season of having an NHL elite power forward living up to his potential for your New Jersey Devils. That's what we want. And we're not going to coddle Timo, but we will be cheering on for Timo Meier to do great things in a Devils uniform as the season will continue. All right, just a little bit of plugs right now. 9 p.m. Eastern, Let's Go Devils podcast. On tonight, the Sunday edition, Scotty, Beer Baron, or Ann Crew, Shorts Guy and I talk some more Devils hockey. And also a little other plugs here. Tuesday, I will be at Elementary Brewing Company in Hackensack, 58 Voorhees Lane, with WFAN's Danielle McCartan. Nick Villano of pucksandpitchforks.com will be there. Stilettos and Stouts podcast will be there as well. Live podcast, Game Day Live, Devils After Dark, Q&A session, and free admission as the Devils take on the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. So I will be there. I hope everybody shows up. And also, And Crew Brew. Yes, And Crew Brew will be coming to a bar near you. Debuts November 10th at American Whiskey before the Devils take on the Washington Capitals. That night, November 10th, our launch party. Believe me, you want to be there because there's going to be all sorts of shenanigans, all sorts of And Crew Brew for 21 or older folks. Yes, it will be a fun night, an absolutely fun night, I'll tell you, at American Whiskey, November 10th for our launch party of And Crew Brew, a red light lager for the fans. Yes, for the fans. That's it. So I'll be at Elementary on Tuesday, 6 p.m. start. 7:30 puck drop. Lots of things. We're hanging out with Danielle McCartan, Nick Villano at Pucks and Pitchforks blog, and I. So, yeah. All right. We're getting out of here. Big podcast tonight, Sunday edition. Thank you, Mark, for the super chats. And one question he's asking, Mark, is do you think Meier fits better with Hughes? I think anybody fits better with Jack Hughes. As long as you can keep up with Jack Hughes' IQ, you're going to do just fine. As what the great Paul Marino said the other night when I congratulated him for his son's assists on that game-winning goal against the Islanders in overtime. Yeah, take the easy route. Just pass to Jack Hughes and see what happens. Yes, Steve Engel says, spread out the wealth. Yes, spread out the wealth. That's what I say. You don't have to stick to certain lines. But then again, what I know. Michael Hayes says, look, Carolina, 6 points in 6 games, only 4 points, 4 games and 5 points. Early fun. Yes, the Metropolitan Division is going to be competitive. I'll tell you. I'll see you later, folks. Till next time, this is the Woo Report. Let's go, Devils.